Are you done yet? Here it is, Bischoff-Russo, round one. They're on the same side?
All titles will be stripped tonight. It'll be a brand new playing field.
You want to get this belt? Bring your scrawny little ass over here and take it!
Okay. See you on the 16th. Spring Stampede.
Another announcement was made by Eric Bischoff. 4 men are going to compete in a mini tournament to determine who will face the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, this Sunday at Spring Stampede for the now vacated WCW World Heavyweight title. Diamond Cutter was the Bagwell that turned the tide.
Sting and Sid say this time you're doing the end around on me.
Hulk Hogan, I'm calling your ass out.
Kidman is fighting for his pride on pure adrenaline.
Look, it's Bischoff. Oh my God, he hit Hogan.
Bischoff just waffled Hogan with a chair.
Have you seen Bischoff?
If you can defeat Jeff Jarrett, the chosen one, he likes to call himself, you'll get that shot at Spring Stampede.
And Stasiak, as the referee has gone down, is hammering Hennig.
Hold a second. Jane Douglas.
Jane Douglas, where did he come from?
Ric Flair, you are a piece of shit on the bottom of my shoe. I'm gonna scrape off that shit and flush your ass down the toilet personally.
What the hell happened to that sweet little wrestling show we were doing every Monday?
That is Mike Awesome.
Belly, what's he doing here?
Mike Awesome just wiped out Kevin Nash.
Hogan in his limousine.
What? The White Hummer.
I should have known. We're going to find out now if it'll be Sting or if it will be Diamond Dallas Page to meet Jeff Jarrett for the vacated WCW World title this Sunday at Spring Stampede.
Vampiro hit the nail in the coffin on Sting.
The world has gone upside down. Diamond Cutter on Sting, who's already down. 1, 2, 3. Jarrett's in the ring. Oh my God!
No! The new blood wreaking havoc somewhere. Russo and Bischoff are grinning like a Cheshire cat.
Oh my God, it's Bret Hart! Earlier today, here at Thunder at Colorado Springs World Arena, arriving in their Porsche 911.
Fire that guy, man.
Great idea. Great idea.
Second day of the world turned upside down. Welcome to the second program in the Russo-Bischoff era. Welcome to a brand new World Championship Wrestling, and welcome to Thunder on TBS. We are 4 days away from Spring Stampede, and as we come to you on this Wednesday night from the World Arena in Colorado Springs, Colorado, we do not have one champion in World Championship Wrestling. With us tonight, the star of the new movie Ready to Rumble, the one and only David Arquette, will tell you about his arrival, what he is doing here tonight. Tony Schiavone, Mike Tenay, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Mike Tenay, as we said, we have no champions right now in World Championship Wrestling. Of course, on Sunday, that will all change.
Well, it certainly will, Tony, because all the championship belts will be decided this Sunday at Spring Stampede. We already know about the World's Heavyweight title with Jeff Jarrett, the chosen one, against DDP Diamond Dallas Page. And during the course of this Thunder broadcast, we will bring you all the details as to all the other title matches this Sunday, just 4 days away.
Bobby the Brain Heenan. Did you ever see anything like what happened 2 days ago on TNT and on WCW Monday Night Raw?
35 years in this sport. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen so many wrestlers, so many big, tough guys tremble
at the words Bischoff and Russo. And it's only going to get more bizarre.
Well, the new buzzword or the buzz term around WCW right now is the New Blood. And you see the members of the New Blood out with the men who are in charge, Russo and Bischoff.
It was the dawning of a new era Monday night on TNT. Bischoff and Russo displaying their power by joining forces to support the New Blood. The Millionaires Club, they were sent reeling. Tonight, it's chapter number 2 in the battle that has divided World Championship Wrestling.
Oh, do we love you people. Hey, was it a night last night or what? I mean, Nitro was absolutely what it was supposed to be. I mean, the story, the intrigue, the suspense, classic screw jobs, and oh yeah, those car wrecks. We love those car wrecks. Hey, Hollywood, can you hear? Oh no, you can't hear anything. You're in a hospital bed. Billy, you had one hell of a night.
Well, thank you, Eric. Because in one night, I pinned Hulk Hogan, we busted him wide open, and we took the Hummer and finally ended his career. So get out your scorecard, you marks, because it's Flea Market Champion 3 and Hulk Hogan 0.
Boy, is he cocky.
Hey, you shouldn't be booing me. You should be thanking me because you don't have to sit through any more of his boring-ass matches. And I'm proud to say, shut up. And I'm proud to say that the New Blood has Hogan's old blood all over our hands. And you know what? It feels great.
Kidman has a new attitude.
By the roar of the crowd, this almost sounds like New York, Shane.
No way.
But you know what? This ain't New York because this town sucks. I mean, what kind of a person lives in Colorado Springs? What, John Denver? He's dead? Am I supposed to care? The fact of the matter is last night, Ric Flair and you people learned 2 things about Vince Russo. Number 1, I am the Batman. And number 2, New Yorkers have respect for nobody.
That's a fact.
And Ric Flair, I've got one thing I want to say to you. When all is said and done, Flair, with the help of the franchise, you will be my New York bitch.
Ooh. The franchise. Shane Douglas.
Nature Boy, Ric Flair. For 7 years, I've called your ass out, and you have finally been the bait. Listen here, Flair, Nature Boy. You're about to get your ass franchised because I plan on retiring your ragged millionaire ass. Hey, but let's get down to business. We've got some important business here tonight. Let's talk about, first of all, Spring Stampede exclusively on pay-per-view this Sunday. All new world champions in every division. It will be the day the title picture changes the way it should change. But let's talk about what we're doing tonight. Keep it down. I can't hear myself.
That'll work.
You know, tonight, we got to think about the world title situation. And the only fair thing for us to do was to give Jeff Jarrett the night off. Because Vince Russo told me this time it has to be a level playing field. Since it is a level playing field, we're also going to give Diamond Dallas Page the night off. But, wow, that presents a problem You see, because you people came here to see the very best entertainment in the world. And if you ask Kimberly, Paige's wife, she is the very best talent in the world. So we're going to give her an opportunity to prove that. Watch what you say. Tonight, Kimberly is going to wrestle Medusa.
What?
Oh my God. I can't wait to see that.
Kimberly wrestle?
Is that too much or what?
Wow.
Think about it.
We are.
Kimberly, you've seen her in Playboy. At least I have. And tonight, you get to see her in this ring, head-to-head with Medusa. But wait a minute, I got an idea. Let me check this out. Paige, no matter what happens, I want you to think real positive, because I know you are positively Paige. It'll be great.
Well, we're going to have a confrontation right off the bat here on Thunder.
I'm positive about that. And there is the man, DDP.
I thought they gave him the night off.
Monkey! Yeah, I'm talking to you, Bischoff. I don't know what the hell you're trying to prove, but if you got a problem with me, I ain't got a problem with that, because that'll be between me and you.
Oh, yeah.
But you, Silverback, you leave my wife, Kimberly, out of it. I got an idea here. I got an idea. Let's give all these people here what they'd really like to see. And that's you, Sleazy E, in that ring against me, DDP.
That's affirmative.
Keep your mouth shut, I'm not done yet. Kicking your ass from one side to another.
First of all, Paige, you haven't earned that spot yet. And secondly, it'll be a hell of a lot more fun just to see what kind of stripper outfit your old lady's gonna wear to the ring tonight.
Oh, boy.
Stripper outfit, huh? I think I come down there and kick your teeth down your throat right now.
Oh, here we go.
But I ain't the only one who wants a piece of your ass, Bischoff.
Wait a minute. That's Bam Bam Bigelow. From behind.
Paige never saw him coming.
Why in the world is he doing this? Paige is his friend.
Here comes the backup for DDP. Here come the Millionaires Club.
And the Millionaires Club.
Well, they're not going to be able to stop this. They're at it right now.
And the New Blood. Toe-to-toe. Chair. Fists. They look at Bischoff and Russo trying to run away. It's out of control. Security has come in.
Something's got to be done, guys.
The security's being tossed all around the ring.
I don't think they can control this fight tonight.
It's totally out of control.
We just started, Thunder.
All hell's broken loose.
Bischoff and Russo making their way towards the entryway. Survey the scene of this battleground between the Millionaires Club and the New Blood. Oh! Scott Steiner has taken a chair and whacked everybody. We're out of control. We're gonna try to come right
Get
back.
some help out here.
Have you ever before, gentlemen, witnessed an opening like we just had on Thunder? We have seen run-ins, we have seen crazy things in WCW, but I tell you, 4 days out now from Spring Stampede this Sunday in Chicago. One match we do know will pit Jeff Jarrett, the Chosen One, against Diamond Dallas Page for the vacated WCW World title.
Well, if you look at it,
and look at it very carefully. Jarrett has done everything he said he was going to do when he came to World Championship Wrestling. Diamond Dallas is in a different frame of mind now. Why? Because of Jeff Jarrett. He is on the threshold. He's on the doorsteps of becoming heavyweight champion of the world. My money goes on Jarrett.
How are we going to decide the other vacated titles? Well, for the WCW Cruiserweight title this Sunday at Spring Stampede, Mike, I understand they're going to have a suicide six-man elimination match. 2 men will start, and then there's a man on every ring post, and all those 6 men are here tonight.
They are, Tony, and we'll get a little preview of that Suicide Six match because those same 6 men will square off in a regular 3-on-3 6-man tag.
How about for the World Tag Team Championship this Sunday, a mini tournament to crown new World Tag Team Champions? How about these 4 teams? The Mamalukes, Harlem Heat, the team of Buff Bagwell and the Franchise together, and Team Package. And I understand it got a couple little single warm-up matches going for them tonight as well.
We're going to turn up the heat in anticipation of Spring Stampede. Listen to this, one-on-one, Ric Flair versus Buff Bagwell tonight, as well as the Total Package versus the Franchise Shane Douglas.
Another tournament will take place this Sunday for the U.S. title. 6 men are in it tonight. Sting and Sid Vicious get a chance to be in that tournament if they can survive 3 men here tonight.
We will see qualifying matches for both Sting and Sid Vicious, but they have to win their qualifiers tonight to get to the tournament at Spring Stampede.
And then we'll tell you how we're going to choose the 2 men for the hardcore title at Spring Stampede. But right now, we got to go to the ring. We're also tonight, as we go to the ring, going to have an update on the condition of Hulk Hogan. As we saw what happened at the beginning of the program as he was brutally attacked by Eric Bischoff with the chair and then smashed in his limousine with that white Hummer. We'll have an update on his condition. But as Mike, you talked about a little warm-up action going into the Cruiserweight 6-man suicide elimination match. We've got many of the men already in the ring, and Chris Candido is making his way there.
And we are anticipating a wild 6-man tag here on Thunder, especially because everyone in WCW in general, and this young blood in particular, are doing everything within their power to impress 2 men. Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo, they're going to turn it loose tonight.
Well, Mike, they're also going to turn it loose Sunday night in Chicago. Chicago's never the greatest sports town in the world. It deserves Spring Stampede.
And I would agree, but I don't think last week at this time we even thought about what we will be going into Spring Stampede with no champions at all. And now Juventud Guerrera makes his return to the ring for the first time in a long time. Juventud will come in to compete in this opening bout here on Thunder.
Well, Juventud's timing has to be great because he's just 4 days away from a chance at regaining the WCW Cruiserweight title in that Suicide Six match at Spring Stampede when the last man left will be crowned new WCW Cruiserweight champion, every man for himself on Sunday.
And guys, put this in the back of your mind, in the back of your brain. Look what Bischoff and Russo have done with Nitro. Look what's happening right now here on Thunder. What is Sunday going to be like in Chicago?
Can you imagine? Look how the intensity has been turned up. Monday on Nitro, tonight on Thunder. What's it going to be like Sunday at Spring Stampede when 5 championships will be decided?
I'll tell you, I think how it's going to be. If you think that Bischoff and Russo have shocked this industry, this is their first pay-per-view together. What will they come up with? What will happen in Chicago at Spring Stampede?
The Artist and Paisley now coming to the ring area. Here was a guy who on Monday night gave up his Cruiserweight Championship. Willingly, he was in the ring area. He was part of this new blood. And all the belts were handed over to Bischoff and Russo. And now all new champions will be crowned on Sunday night. It's never before happened in World Championship Wrestling, Mike, today.
Never before happened anywhere. But what an appropriate way to begin a new era with all new title holders beginning this Sunday.
Whoa! I'll tell you something, guys. You could just see in the back the young guys, the young bloods, how they are acting, how everyone is up, how the energy level is just sky high.
That's Shannon Moore up in the air and sending the Artist off. We've basically got every man for himself there.
Yeah, good luck calling this match, Tony.
Yeah, they said it says on our format 6-man tag team, but this is kind of a preview to the Suicide 6 elimination match that we've got coming up on Sunday.
Is that a beach ball that just bounced into the ring?
Yes, it is.
I guess you can expect anything to happen on Thunder.
Lashed through and a short power bomb from Chris Candido. We've been most impressed with Candido's ability. But right in the arms of David Flair goes Paisley.
He's getting down.
Yeah, he is now. A little jealousy rage on the outside as the action continues. Oh! Paisley with an open palm slap on David Flair. Back elbow, and then a knife-edge chop. One of the men you're watching will win the Cruiserweight belt at Spring Stampede. But now, 4 days out, they are pulling out all stops. They're going with reckless abandon. We could have an injury here. This could dramatically change who's going to win, who's going to lose coming up this Sunday.
Yeah, but you can also soften up your opponent, Tony. And when we decide that new Cruiserweight title holder, it's not going to be a 6-man tag like this. It's going to be an elimination match with the last man left, the new champ.
Basically, it'll be every man for himself vying for the Cruiserweight title tag. Shannon Moore tags in.
Crowbar.
Crowbar.
I never thought I'd see this man in the ring again, the way Wall put him through that table.
You're right, amazing resiliency to see him come back from that injury.
But Crowbar's teaming here with Lashley LaRue and Shannon Moore of 3 count. You see Shane Helms, the bottom of your screen, a back elbow down. An amazing 2 days, 3 days it's been here. 1, 2, bridge suplex, almost got the pin.
This man can wrestle.
Yeah,
this guy's got some moves.
Very close to a win there with the Northern Light suplex, and now just measuring Juventud Guerrera and caught him with that big right hand.
Juventud just coming off of an injury, and he's a former Cruiserweight champion, but look at Crowbar. He's in command here. Has that maniacal smile on his face as well. And head scissors, out goes Crowbar. All the way to the feet of David Flair, his own confidant. And they're getting into it.
I'm telling you, it's insanity here, guys.
Well, we talked about who's the hungriest.
Look out!
Oh! Chris Candido on the top. You can just tell that everyone has picked it up a notch. And you know, Mike, we noticed this on Monday. How everyone, there were no wrestling matches Monday, they were all brawls.
They were all wars, you're not kidding. And that's just the way that Thunder started out.
The way Thunder started out, it's the way this 6-man match is going on.
Good Lord!
And it's obviously the way it's going to continue this Sunday at Spring Stampede. What a night that's going to be.
Now what?
Let's go! Once again, who's the hungriest? Who wants to prove themselves? DeRusso and Bischoff. And it's hard to say. It seems to me all 6 men, even the men on the outside, are hungry, are going at it. Landing on the edge. Look at him fighting on the outside. While the fight continues on the inside. Juventud! Oh!
He hit the back of his head on the floor, guys.
Great move by Shannon Moore to duck down. Juventud went flying. Now what are we going to see from Shannon Moore?
Shannon Moore!
Look out!
The moonsault! Springboard! Middle rope!
That was the top rope!
Was that the top rope?
That was the top rope.
That just shows you how they've turned up the intensity.
Boy, they have. They've turned it up more than a couple of notches. It's all the way on high now.
The fight. Look at Charles Robinson, the referee. Forget about trying to restore order. There is no order here. Shane Helms trying to get involved as well on the outside. Shannon on the inside with Crowbar.
Guys, this just shows you how much is at stake.
Oh.
Wasn't Shannon on the same side as Crowbar moments ago? Weren't they tag team partners over here on the left side?
Well, they're tag partners tonight, but that's not going to be the
Watch
case.
this, guys.
What's Daphne doing?
Daphne's up top! Oh my God!
Frankensteiner by Daphne, do you believe it?
Unbelievable.
The fans are standing and going wild!
She's all right.
And she's pretty tough, and look at this!
Oh, that was a Thunder moment.
Yep, she's her own cheerleader.
She deserves to be.
All right, who's legal here? Who's on whose team?
The only
And
legal one is Charles Robinson.
I would agree with that. Crowbar going towards Juventud, mixing it up. Suicide 6-man elimination this Sunday. And somebody could seriously get hurt here and get taken out. The Hoovy driver, 1 count only. Chris Candido, very much the newcomer to the cruiserweight scene in WCW, but he has made himself an inroad. He has impressed a lot of people. Daphne still shrieking on the outside as the battle jawbreaker on the inside continues.
But as Candido took his own tag partner off. This is just wild. This is crazy.
It's insanity, you're right.
Double DDT for the Artisan Candido. Here's the cut. He pulls it. See,
they're tag partners.
Well, they want to impress Russo and Bischoff.
Of course.
That has to be the answer.
There's no other answer.
Plus, they know that there's no partners this Sunday at Spring Stampede. Candido off the top. Diving headbutt.
He's got him. Come on, ref, turn around.
Charles Robinson around one. Only got a 1 count that time, and the count was stopped by the former cruiserweight champ, the Artist. And the Artist, with his move to the top, the jumping DDT. And now he leaves Candido in the ring for Crowbar. Look at the fight on the floor. Now Crowbar picking up Candido.
Oh!
Tremendous front suplex.
He may have him.
And he does.
Big time. Got him.
Crowbar wins it. He's going to have the inside track on Sunday, one would think.
Of course, Russo and Bischoff are really pouring it on right now. Jeff Jarrett this Sunday at Spring Stampede.
He wants to take my wife's head off with the guitar. I'm going to rip his head off at Spring Stampede.
And speaking of your wife, she has now been signed to meet Medusa here tonight.
Not happening. I don't care what they say. I obviously don't know Bischoff and Russo the way I thought I did. Trying to put my wife in the ring, it ain't happening.
Apparently, somebody arranged to have Bam Bam Bigelow attack you just moments ago here tonight.
Bam Bam. Jersey style. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang!
Listen, man, I'm going to leave her. Don't work. Yeah. Listen, the little lady with one leg, she's got to go.
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
Tony. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Hey, we've never had a chance to meet, and you're in my chair.
Not a good thing, Tony. It's Eric Bischoff right there. This ain't New York, brother.
And if I were you, I would not look at me like that. Anyway, let's get down to business. The business tonight is all about Sid. But this time it's not about beating Sid. It's about beating Sid. How long have you wanted to do that? What kind of an opportunity is this for all of you? Let's put the man out. If you don't, he'll do everything he can to keep you down, to keep us down. Do me a favor and do not disappoint us.
Do it.
Got it.
What's the movie about? The movie, the best way I can describe it is Dumb and Dumber, Beavis and Butthead, wrestling, Wayne's World, all combined into one.
You know, sweetheart, tonight's really important. I need to look perfect. Why don't you go back there and get me some oil?
I'll get you some perfect oil.
Oh! We are looking live in the backstage area. That is Sean Stasiak, and that is Curt Hennig going at it. We know the story that happened this past Monday, Mike, today.
Yeah, we certainly do, Tony. We saw it at Nitro when Sean Stasiak out and out attacked Curt Hennig. And can you believe the nerve of Sean Stasiak? He calls himself the perfect one.
So the fight goes on in the back. Security to pull these two men apart. I don't know if they can control these two. As Sean Stasiak, the self-proclaimed, the perfect one, gets a little payback from Curt Hennig.
Well, you gotta say this about Stasiak. He's looking good.
I know that Hennig is taking Stasiak, called himself the perfect one, to heart.
He's taking it personally. Can you blame him?
No, not at all. Speaking of taking it personally, this man had the World Heavyweight Championship taken from around his waist this past Monday on WCW Nitro. And now Sid Vicious, to qualify for the tournament to crown a new U.S. champ this Sunday, must survive the Harlem Heat in this handicap match. This will be a no disqualification match. In my brain, I say survive, because that's what he's got to do. If he can defeat Harlem Heat here, then he will go on to
U.S. title tournament. Scott Steiner, The Wall, Vampiro, Booker, the Cat and Billy Kidman. Tonight, Sid Vicious and Sting have their opportunities to qualify, and this is Sid's chance.
And both men must go up against 3 men tonight. Sting later on to take on 3 of the Villanos. But right now, the big man with those massive arms, Cash in the ring after 2 men on the outside, and you can tell the look of the face of Sid Vicious of the Millionaires Club is ready to fight. The big fighting Cash goes down.
Well, the last thing I would have thought that Sid Vicious could order this.
Jay Biggs goes up. Oh, from behind.
That was a mistake by Sid Vicious to turn his back on the combatants, and now Big T and Stevie Ray with Cash in the ring. This is a 3-on-1 massacre is what it is.
Yeah, and it's all been orchestrated by Bischoff and Russo. They want to destroy Sid.
And I think they're going to do it.
It is no disqualification, as we said. That's why all 3 men can triple team Sid Vicious. The fans are chanting. They want Vicious to get in the tournament this Sunday. They would like to see Vicious get hit shot and becoming a champion once again.
I mean, Vicious is a tough guy. We've seen him in battles here on television, in the arenas, every place across the country. He stood there with everyone. But these 3 men are just too big, too tough. He's only human, guys. He's only human.
Over half a ton of Harlem Heat. 1,000 pounds with Stevie Ray, Big T and Cash. Oh, they drive him back first to the mat.
Biggs is giving orders. Take him out. Do it now.
And now Cash, watch out!
Oh, God!
It's on 1, 2. Oh, but somehow, he got that right arm up. And now,
that's unbelievable.
Incredible intestinal fortitude by Sid Vicious, but something we've seen so many times, and they're still chanting his name. Under the regime of Bishop. Oh, here comes, what's this about?
Booker's on his way out.
What's he going to do? What is... Cash goes for Booker. Booker, the new blood, is attacking Harlem Heat. I don't understand this at all.
I don't believe it. But Sid's got to love it.
He's helping Sid Vicious. Now this... He took his own brother down.
What a shocker.
Could it be the... Why did he do this?
What does this mean?
Could it be the hatred for his own brother of Harlem Heat?
Watch this, guys.
It's greater than the hatred of the Millionaires Club. Up and down with a Sid Millennium Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Sid is... Sid
qualified.
Sid's the winner. Sid will go on now to enter the tournament this Sunday at Spring Stampede.
Did you know he was going to go? We give the guy an opportunity on a silver platter. He does this. Damn you, Booker.
I'll fix this. I'll fix it.
Well, Bischoff said he'll fix it, and he gets up from the backstage area from his office. I don't know where is he coming here? Is he going to confront Booker in the backstage area? We're going to have to follow this as Harlem Heat walks away. Sid Vicious is down from that chair shot from the wall, and I guess he's being told now, yes, you are in the tournament this Sunday. What's the booze about? Oh, Bischoff is power walking to the ring.
He said he'd take care of it. And when he takes care of things, he takes care of things.
And Bischoff and Russo can't be happy with Booker.
Not at all.
He said, damn Booker, I'll take care of it. What's going on?
Bischoff wants to know, are you sure he's out?
Yeah, he wants to, I guess he wants to make sure the big guy's out before he...
All right, I'm going to make an executive decision.
Yeah, with the man out.
Yeah, a lot of guts and courage.
Due to outside interference, this man is disqualified.
What?
Wait a minute.
Harlem Heat is your winner. And when Sid wakes up, tell him he doesn't have to be in Chicago this Sunday. He can go back to West Memphis and watch his pigs breed. I got business to take care of.
Wasn't it a no disqualification match?
It wasn't, and he just reversed the decision.
Sid Vicious does not go to Chicago. Can you believe it?
All day. Wes, have you seen Eric Bischoff? I haven't seen it, Jimmy. Sorry. You guys seen that? No, sorry. Hell were you thinking? What in the hell were you thinking? This is an opportunity. Don't you get it? And let me tell you something else. You better wipe that look off your face, or I'll hire somebody to wipe it off for me. Got it?
Brown beating City going on the back from Eric Bischoff. He can be very, very venomous. I don't think there is any question about that.
Well, just verbally berating Booker right in front of the other New Blood wrestler.
In front of his peers.
Well, sometimes a guy needs it. Sometimes you just gotta spank a guy publicly. I mean, it's an even playing field. We all know that.
Even playing field, Mike.
Well, let's go back to Monday night and show you out of nowhere the franchise Shane Douglas attacking Ric Flair when he was having a little promo section with Scott Big Papa Pump Steiner. And this, we talk so much about emotion and the emotion that is running through many of the members of the New Blood and through the Millionaires Club. I guess the one between Flair and the franchise Shane Douglas is filled with more emotion than any.
Well, Tony, you're right. It really goes back several years. And it's been, well, one of those rivalries that we never expected to get a payoff on. We never expected to see Shane Douglas and Ric Flair. They're in different organizations. Shane Douglas has been, well, through the years, very vocal, very verbal in demeaning the Nature Boy Ric Flair at almost every turn. And now we're seeing the two collide one-on-one physically here in World Championship Wrestling. The rivalry that we never thought we would see is right before our very eyes.
I remember a couple years ago, I asked Ric Flair, I said, what is it with you and the franchise Shane Douglas? He says, who? That's right. What he thinks about the guy.
But that's what he thought about the guy. He never really, we know this from knowing Ric Flair, acknowledged Shane Douglas, the franchise, really until last night.
Well, a guy comes up behind you and hits you with a chain in the back of the head, you're going to remember him.
Why is the total package? I was going to ask why the total package was not attacking Shane Douglas, the franchise, after what happened Monday, but I guess this pose down was all a little show to get Shane Douglas's attention somewhere else.
Of course it was. It was just a setup by the total package in Elizabeth.
All right, fans, we have been told of another match that's signed for tonight. Now, Bischoff and Russo earlier off came out here and said they were going to give Jarrett the night off and DDP the night off, but that is now all changed based on the earlier confrontation, Mike.
And Tony, you're right, we just have confirmation officially. Tonight, DDP versus Triple B. Diamond Dallas Page versus Bam Bam Bigelow tonight on Thunder as well.
And you know exactly what I know. They are going to try to take Diamond Dallas Page to cripple him. You want to talk about a level playing field before the match with Jeff Jarrett this Sunday. Now the total package, part of Team Package. They're going to be in that mini tournament to crown New World Tag Team Champions this Sunday. Shane Douglas and Buff Bagwell on another team. The Mamalukes another team. Harlem Heat another team. 4 teams of I for the vacated World Tag Team title this Sunday at Spring Stampede.
And the total package explodes out of the corner. Hooks the leg in.
Did he get him?
No, only a 2 count.
That was close, guys.
You can just tell the intensity in the face of the total package. We talked about it as it happened, as it unfolded on Monday night. We talked about how the matches weren't wrestling matches. They were brawls. They were all-out fights. And we know that members of the New Blood are hungry. And that may be the level playing field that Bischoff and Russo have been talking about.
So you guys got to understand something. Their playing field is different than anybody else's playing field.
It's not that I always agree with what Russo and Bischoff say, but I can understand when they say level playing field what they're talking about. Now belly to belly from the franchise. And the franchise, Shane Douglas, perched up on the top. The total package rises up and sends the pressure to the mat.
Smart enough to roll out, get on that floor, take that 20 count.
In the mind of Russo and Bischoff, the field had always been uneven in favor of the Millionaires Club. They feel by doing things like this, they are finally, once and for all, leveling the playing field and giving the New Blood a chance to compete on the same level. Yeah. That's what they mean by level playing field, I would think.
I guess you're right. They're trying to turn things back around in the favor of the New Blood after all these years, well, where the Millionaires Club has been in the driver's seat.
I'll tell you, I like the New Blood. I like what's happening here now.
Yeah, I know you would.
Of course you would.
Rolling the man, the franchise on the inside, I tell you. After what happened on Monday, it would be all too easy for a man to just go back into his shell and cry about what happened, but that's not what's happened here for the total package. He is trying to take the fight right to one of the charter members of the New Blood, the franchise, who just decked the referee inadvertently, and now, the back kick. As the total package went to grab the head of the franchise, the back kick, and now the total package goes down with that low blow. What do we have here? From the entry, it's Ric Flair.
That's the other half of Team Package.
Woo! The
Triple H is here.
And this is personal. This is filled with emotion. I wonder what's going through the mind of Ric Flair. All the titanic fights he's had throughout his career. This one, the most personal that we've seen in many, many years. Into the corner. The franchise in trouble, and Ric Flair's going to make it very obvious. He's going to try to go low.
Is it rack time?
He's going to rack him.
He's got him up. I don't think he's going anywhere. Luger's got him cinched.
Billy Silverman up. Billy Silverman calls for the bell. Mark one down for the Millionaires Club. They've pulled one on. The new blood.
Bischoff. Eric, I need 5 minutes of your time.
Yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes and 5 minutes.
Why did you do that to Hulk for?
Why did you do that to Hulk?
No, tell me why.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Eric, I need to talk to you.
Haven't heard from Hollywood today.
I need to talk to you.
Now, fans, during the commercial break in the backstage area, we do understand that Vince Russo is irate. Vince Russo is beside himself because of Flair's interference, giving the total package the win. Now, later on in this program, Buff Bagwell will face Ric Flair one-on-one, and Russo has given us a directive to tell the total package about what not to do during that matchup.
Vince Russo laying down the law to Team Package with this ultimatum. Later tonight, it's Ric Flair versus Buff Bagwell. If there is any kind of interference at all by the total package, there's going to be suspensions for both members of Team Package. The total package has been barred from ringside for Flair versus Bagwell tonight.
He says if the total package jumps in before that final bell, that would take them out of the tournament if that would happen. And a 6-month suspension.
And pay. And they're going to have to sit in the back and watch this and have to run through their minds. What is going on? It's going to be very hard to contain themselves. Something big is going to happen.
What is going to happen at Spring Stampede? 2 tournaments.
Kaboom.
The chosen one, Jeff Jarrett against Diamond Dallas Page for the world title. All titles are vacated. We have never had anything like this in the history of sports entertainment, but you're going to see it on pay-per-view, fans, on Sunday night. Now let's talk about Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was attacked by Eric Bischoff for the chair in the ring on Monday night. But that was only the tip of the iceberg, the horrific crash from the white Hummer. And we're going to show some exclusive footage from inside of the Hummer, Mike.
And here we take a look. This camera located inside the limousine as we see the Hummer crashes first into the limo, and then Bischoff backs it up and then repeatedly collides with the limousine of Hulk Hogan.
That was the security camera inside the limousine. Hulk Hogan was taken to a nearby hospital, and Hulk Hogan, we understand, has this: severe head trauma. He has cracked ribs. He had some internal, and as you could tell, even before that, external bleeding. He's going to be hospitalized for approximately 2 weeks, which means we will not see Hulk Hogan in Chicago, and who knows exactly when Hulk Hogan will be able to ever get back in the ring.
And Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo just have to be loving that news, that Hogan's going to be hospitalized for about 2 weeks. A very determined Jimmy Hart, however, has been looking to get some answer. There's Jimmy.
How determined can you get? We have seen him looking for Bischoff, trying to get an answer from Bischoff, and now he's going to take his forearm right to the center of the ring.
You know, I've been chasing Eric Bischoff all over this building all day long. Eric, I need some answers. I need for you to come out here right now. You need to come out here, man. I'm telling you, I'm not going to leave the ring till you come out here. I need to know why you did what you did to Hulk Hogan on Nitro. Eric, for 6 years when you tried to get Hulk Hogan in here, I was the one that made the negotiations. Anytime you and Hulk Hogan had a problem, I was the one that you called that smoothed everything over. Eric, how could everything that was so good go straight to hell?
You know, he's right. Who has been closer to Hulk Hogan than Jimmy Hart?
No one.
I want to go even further than that. I can understand people wanting to get ahead, and I know how Bischoff is. But tell me this: what would possess a man to get a white Hummer and drive it, smash it into someone's limousine, purposely trying to put Hogan in the hospital? Maybe hitting him with a chair to make a point to knock him down so Billy Kidman can get the 1-2. Hold on.
Hold on. A man's job.
Hey!
Oh my God!
Hey, come on!
Kidman, full sprint!
Hey, Kidman's the one that worked over Hogan. Why not work over Jimmy Hart?
A helpless Jimmy Hart. He just wanted some answers. He was not expecting this.
This is called level ground, guys.
Level.
He's getting his answers right now. Courtesy of Billy Kidman.
Whoa, look at this! I guess it's not bad enough that he's got to beat the life out of Jimmy Hart. Now he's going to spray paint him.
With the red and V, the same spray paint that they spray painted the same letters on Hulk Hogan when he was put in the ambulance on Monday night.
New blood strikes again.
You know, no one's ever complained about that before.
Bischoff. Listen, baby. I don't care what that out-bastard said. There is no way I'm going to let you get in that ring with Medusa. Okay, baby?
Let me. Paige, I'm gonna do this tonight. I need to do this.
Do what?
I'm gonna step up to the plate, and you know what? I'm gonna deliver.
Okay. Let me try a different approach here. On Monday night, that jackoff Jerry just kabombed you over the head. I don't want you to get in the ring hurt, okay?
Ha, we're hurt. You're one to talk. I'm constantly begging you not to do so. Look, you know what? If there's one person that I need to be supportive of me right now, it's you. Don't doubt me. Paige, be positive.
Positive? Positive of what? You need your brains bashed out?
Well, Mike Tenay, Bobby the Brain Heenan, it's time for the Colorado Collision match.
What is a Colorado Collision match?
I'm glad you asked, Brain, because this is a first for World Championship Wrestling. Here in Colorado Springs, we will have the 6 men who are already in the U.S. title tournament for this Sunday in Spring Stampede. Scott Steiner, The Wall, Vampiro, this man Booker, The Cat, and Billy Kidman. They will have 2 wrestlers start in the ring. The other 4 will enter in 1-minute intervals. You can be eliminated by pin, countout, or disqualification. Last man standing wins. And seeing Booker out here, I have to ask the question, is this the luck of the draw with Booker out here, or is this payback? Is this punishment from Bischoff and Russo to send him out first?
I don't have an answer for that question.
I do. It's a level playing field.
That's the answer for that question.
Look at this man.
All members of the New Blood to battle in this Colorado Collision match. As you said, Mike, today for the first time ever on Thunder at 1-minute intervals. The same 6 men will be in the tournament to crown a brand new United States champion this coming Sunday in 4 days. And here we go. Mickey J, the referee, the belt's out. And just like we talked about, you can see how hungry each and every man is. Each and every member of this New Blood is to prove themselves in the ring to Russo and Bischoff.
And of course, the disadvantage is starting out early in this match. The advantage would come to the wrestler who's number 6. We don't have any idea of the order that the wrestlers are going to come out. We just know that it's Booker versus The Wall to start things off, and every 1 minute we'll have a new wrestler.
Harlem sidekick. The question is, who is the hungriest? And there's a right hand from Booker T. And The Wall. 1-minute intervals at random order, we assume. Of course, after seeing this, we're not so sure. They will come out. And we'll see who the last man left standing is.
You know, Tony, you used the word hungry.
Yes.
Let's see who's the hungriest. Oh!
The axe kick.
These guys aren't hungry, they're starving.
Look at The Wall get up from that axe kick.
There you see the final 10 seconds before someone else comes in.
5,
the Wall got up,
4,
the Wall goes down.
3,
who's it gonna be?
2, 1.
It's the Cat.
The Cat made it in right into one of those standing side kicks of his. And it put Booker T right on the shelf that time, quickly out of the feet of The Wall. 3 men now in this Colorado Collision. If this is any indication of what it's going to be like on Sunday, hold on. Choke slam. Booker T may not be able to continue. The Wall goes down to both knees. Count them out. Both men are out. Is that what? Both men have been counted out, says
Now
Mickey
I'm
J.
gonna show all you rednecks why I'm here. This is why I'm the #1 man in WCW. Cause I'm a bad man, a fat ass. When I get through with everybody in that locker room, I'm gonna take your fat ass and beat you too.
Both Booker and
but
the
right now you rednecks
are out.
I'm gonna give you what you people deserve.
Guys,
you
I wonder,
deserve to see me dance.
in 6 seconds, he's going to have company, and he don't know it, I bet.
Who's it going to be?
I don't know.
He doesn't know what time
Shut
it is.
the hell up.
Let's find out right now.
But the Rude Awakening is going to come anytime. Who's it going to be? Now, we're looking at the entryway.
Hit my music.
The cat wants to dance.
Now, the countdown was on, and whoever it is, I guess maybe letting the cat dance and getting his attention turned away.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at his eyes.
Big
Oh, my
Papa
God.
Pump.
I think those red shoes may go upwards, if you know what I mean.
Feet, don't fail me now. I would start running, Cat. Climb a tree.
This is the new blood. And this, that was the cat.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from that crunching lariat by Big Papa Pump, and he's making him eat his own red shoes.
I knew it. The wrong man to dance in front of, one would think.
And guys, if you can believe this or not, if it's possible to turn it up, Big Papa Pump has turned it up.
He is the single. Oh my God. Oh, he may have broke his jaw with that one. That was on target. That was incredible.
He got it all.
Wasting his time, not going for the pin. Measures him and drops the elbow.
We were bragging about Big Papa Pump and what he was going to do to the cat.
Guys, somebody's coming now.
And we sold him a little bit too short on that. The cat has come back with a vengeance. And now,
Billy Kidman, the man that put Hogan on the shelf.
Billy Kidman, the man that just attacked Jimmy Hart, coming to the ring with Torrie Wilson.
what's he saying? I don't want to get in there right now. Maybe he's just letting the cat and Big Papa Pump try to take each other apart, and then Kidman maybe smartly to pick up the pieces. Yes, that's what it is. He slides in 1, 2, 3, and he eliminates the cat. Oh, that was smart maneuvering.
Yeah, but was it smart? When he turns around and he's leveled by another Steiner line. Big Papa Pump took him down.
All in one fell swoop. Billy Kidman in at the right moment, down at the wrong moment.
I'll tell you, when Big Papa Pump is in control, guys, he's in control. 8 seconds, and we're going to have more company out here.
We're going to have the final man, and by process of elimination, we know that's Vampiro. 1, 2, 3. Billy Kidman's out from the belly to belly. And now Vampiro will come in to face only one man left, Scott Steiner.
And remember, on a night of shockers at Monday Nitro, it was Vampiro that stabbed his brother in Pete in the back. Sting.
Who's the hungriest? Who can prove himself? Speaking of Sting, Scorpion Death Drop on Vampiro.
That's payback.
The Millionaires Club, much the same way the New Blood did on Monday, making things happen here on Wednesday. Big Papa Pump is going to take advantage of this, you know full well.
He's going to break his back right
the
now.
Steiner recliner.
Look at him crank on the neck of Vampiro.
And he won't let go, I'm telling you.
Look at those arms. Look at that strength.
Scott Steiner wins the Colorado Collision. Does that mean he's the favorite Sunday in the tournament? Too easy. Medusa comes to the arena to face Kimberly. That's coming up next.
Hey, Eric. This one's for you.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Elizabeth and gentlemen, you heard Vince Russo earlier on. If you, Lex Luger, the total package interferes in your match, Ric Flair, with Buff Bagwell, both of you suspended without pay. Nada.
Russo, learn to love it, pal. You see this? It's Hugo Boss, Armani, Styler profiling. That's my life. Tonight, I'm wrestling as I'm dressed, taped up from your bed. Russo, I'm Mickey Mantle in your lifetime. Woo!
Seemingly barring the total package from ringside, does not concern Ric Flair in the links for tonight's matchup.
Well, maybe it's that emotion and intensity that we've been talking about all night that has lit a fire under the Nature Boy Ric Flair. We certainly saw several of those vicious baseball bat shots from Vince Russo, and you can see Flair's ribs are taped up.
Well, that's because Russo had a forced sacker the other day. Took that ball bat to the Nature Boy. I don't think he's ready for a match. He can sit that high with a ball bat. He can't be 100%.
Let's not forget what Russo had around his neck on his chain when he walked in. He had Flair's Rolex.
That's his trophy now.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Well, here we go. Medusa against Kimberly. A match booked, deemed, produced by Eric Bischoff because he wanted to see someone from the Page family wrestle tonight. And the story here, the incredible story, is that Kimberly wants to do this.
It's amazing, isn't it? Kimberly so determined, almost to the point of being defiant. She insisted on coming out here for this matchup against Medusa. Kimberly's not a wrestler, number one. Number two, just 48 hours ago, she received a vicious guitar shot from the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, and yet she's gonna go into the ring against one of the most accomplished woman wrestlers ever in Medusa.
Medusa can beat up most men. You realize that? I'll tell you this, Diamond Dallas is right. She should stay in the back. She just got, like you said, took a guitar 48 hours ago. He's right. She should not get into the ring. When is she going to learn to listen to the guy who brings home the bacon?
What could be going through her mind? What could she be thinking? Medusa seemingly is smiling, almost laughing at the fact that Kimberly, with no wrestling experience, is going to try to go in the ring, and Kimberly shoves her away.
Oh. Just overpowered her.
And you knew this would happen.
Why do you want to wrestle me? You are not a wrestler.
DDP's watching.
Why do you want to wrestle me is the question.
Come here, Kimmy.
Wait a minute. Now Medusa, I guess, going to try to teach her a lesson here. And Medusa, as expected, just overwhelming Kimberly.
And don't forget, she had a hair injury 48 hours ago at the hand of Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, guys, this is dangerous.
And Page is coming out. Page has seen enough. Has absolutely seen enough. He's backing Kimberly away. Oh!
What'd I say? She can beat up most men.
What a series of kicks.
A front chancery on Medusa. Page, look at his face. What could be going on? Oh, my Lord! He wiped her out with a diamond cutter.
Well, guys, you know how much women love diamonds. She's got a whole match right now.
And now going towards Kimberly.
Tell her, Damon. Tell her to get back there.
All the rules have been thrown at the women. She doesn't seem to be too happy about what went on in the ring. I don't know if I'm reading too much into that or not. All right. They still talk. So much going on here tonight. Now it's time for a hardcore tag team match, Mike, today, where we have 3 teams of 2 men in a very unique rule as it relates to this Sunday at Spring Stampede.
Tony, this has to be the wildest set of stipulations I've ever heard. Yes, we'll crown a new hardcore champion this Sunday at Spring Stampede. How will we determine who the participants will be in that one-on-one match? We're going to do it in a 3-way dance tag, a hardcore rules tag. But get this, the winners, the winning team of tonight's tag bout have to face each other one-on-one Sunday with the hardcore belt at stake. Is that crazy?
It is crazy. Now, I told you, this is the first pay-per-view for Russo and Bischoff. And look at the things that are happening and coming down right now.
The man who can catch the pinfall will propel he and his partner into Spring Stampede to square off one-on-one as Screamin' Norman comes in. And fans, let me say this. There are many pay-per-views in sports entertainment out there throughout the entire year. And I know you got to spend your dollars wisely. But I want to tell you this coming Sunday is the one to get if you get none other the rest of the year, for the sheer fact of answering the question, what the hell's going to happen next? We don't know. But we're going to crown new champions on Sunday night. This is the one Spring Stampede. And look at this. Trash cans and chairs, and already Ming and Brian Knobbs are going to now, let's establish the teams again, Mike. Screaming Norman and Terry Funk are one team. Humorous and Ming are another team. And Brian Knobbs and Fit Finlay are the other team. Here's the cover. 1, 2. And look at Funk trying to help his partner with the pin. And if Screaming Norman would have pinned Fit Finlay there, then he would face his partner, Terry Funk, this Sunday at Spring Stampede.
Guys, you're not going to believe this. Ming and Knobbs are making their way up into the balcony.
I believe it.
It's a hardcore match. Anything and everything goes anywhere.
Now, where are they going?
We've got referees following everyone. It looks like what we have about 3, maybe 4 referees around here to try to follow these guys when they pair off. Immediately finding a table is Humorous. And look at Terry Funk and Fit Finlay bludgeon each other in the center of the ring. What two men will go on? And what motivates a hardcore wrestler is what I want to know.
Watch this, watch this.
This is 350 pounds of Humorous.
Taking flight down a runway. Oh my God!
Oh. Talk about a crash landing.
He peeled off a corner of the table. Screaming Norman, right place, right time.
He's hurt.
As a portion of that particle board. Meanwhile, you are looking in the concourse of the World Arena. Ming, Brian Knobbs, near the concession area.
Refreshment time for Brian Knobbs.
And for me.
This spot's for you.
There you see a referee. This is wonderful.
Guys, what is Spring Stampede going to be like?
It's snack time for Knobbs.
Of course he would eat the pizza before he would hit him with it.
What gives him more strength?
I guess it does. To the condiments. Unbelievable. What is Spring Stampede going to be like? If Ming gets the pin, then he and Humorous will face off this Sunday. If Knobbs gets the pin out there, then he and Fit Finlay will go one-on-one this Sunday for the vacated title. But a pinfall could happen somewhere else.
Look at that!
He's speared!
That was a Goldberg stand-up poster that he just speared!
Ming didn't know any difference!
God, we've seen everything!
He's an uncaged animal! What?
Fire extinguishers! This is great!
They're going outside! Of course they're going outside!
The World Arena in Colorado Springs cannot contain them!
Hold on, oh my God! That had to be a 30-foot drop! That had to be a 30-foot drop! We need an EMT! We need a medic! My God, we need somebody! We need a trainer! He may... Oh, fans, that's serious. That's it. Please, I'm begging someone from the back. Get some medical attention to Brian Knobbs. Oh, Lord. Humorous. It's hard to concentrate on what's going on. You see in the ring area. It's hard to concentrate on what's going on. That had to be a 30-foot flip. I've never, Mike, Brain, we have seen hardcore matches. I don't think we've ever seen anything like
Nothing,
this.
not even close.
And it goes back to what we were talking about. Trying to show Vince Russo that they belong.
This really proves it. Talk about turning up the emotion and intensity. This baby's off the charts.
Very well said. But who is going to get the pinfall for his team? Hell, who's going to live through this thing is a better question. Mickey J with Screaming Norman. Screaming, what is that? I don't know what that is, but that may be part of the entrance of the hockey team here.
It's exactly what it is.
That played the World Arena.
Oh, he just got gored.
Talk about getting the horn.
He just got what?
Yeah, the wheels in it.
What'd you say, Mike?
He just got gored by the horn.
He got gored by the horn. You heard it on Thunder. And now,
From Mike Tenay.
Pulling back the mats. And the DDT. On the exposed floor here at the World Arena.
God, Finlay just dropped Terry Funk head first on the concrete, and he's got a table.
You may have an opinion out here on the new tenure of Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo. But in effect, what it has done has made this program an incredible place to be on Wednesday nights.
You aren't kidding.
And can you imagine how intense Spring Stampede is going to be this Sunday?
We can imagine, but I'll tell you, we won't know. We won't know till we're there. It'll be bigger than we think. Believe me.
It'll be full of twists and turns and unexpected surprises. Who's going to show up? Who's going to be on whose side? What will the new blood do? What will the Millionaires Club, will they come together?
What will Bischoff and Russo do this Sunday?
What about the argument between DDP and Kimberly? What's going on there? Will that continue? And then Terry Funk puts,
Wait a minute.
Dustin Rhodes, who's not in this match at all. Dustin Rhodes is coming out.
Think of the history that he has with Terry Funk.
Oh! And he goes right toward Terry Funk. It's hardcore. There's nothing Billy Silverman can do because there basically is no rule book here. So Dustin Rhodes, with his personal vendetta, is taking it out on Terry Funk. Uh-oh. Oh, Lordy. Does anyone know about Brian Knobbs? I don't want to...
I don't know. I haven't heard a thing. Can we get some word from the back?
Ow!
Terry Funk has taken beatings all his life, but he's getting a major beating at the hands of Dustin Rhodes right now.
And a smart move by Fitz Finlay, just standing calmly by, watching this take place.
He's looking for more weapons.
Because he could literally pick up the pieces here. He could literally beat, and he and Dustin are gonna set up a table.
Wait a minute, Norman in the ring.
There's his partner. He's looking over. He's covered. He's covered his partner, and he's got a 1, 2, 3. So now someone put that.
Wait a minute.
He did it!
Norman Smiley and Terry Funk, the man he pinned, his tag team partner, will go one-on-one at Spring Stampede this Sunday. Can you believe that?
You understand, comprende? Yeah. This is not about beating Sting. Uno, dos, tres. This is about beating Sting. Uno, dos, tres. You can hurt the man. How do you say, Vince, how do you say it in Spanish? Spanish.
Beat him to a friggin' bloody pulp. Got it? Spanish.
See.
Here comes Sting. He's got to pin all 3 of the Villanos if he expects to go to Spring Stampede in the U.S. title tournament this Sunday. Can he do it? Before the next match gets underway, our condolences and deepest sympathy goes out to our broadcast colleague Scott Hudson and his family. Scott's father unexpectedly passed away this past Monday while Scott was broadcasting WCW Monday Nitro. If you know Scott like we do, he is one of the greatest guys in all of sports entertainment and one of the top announcers in all of sports entertainment. A close friend. Scott, we're thinking about you a lot. And we love you. And we want to see you get back here very soon. And we know that your family comes first. Our deepest sympathy goes out to you and your family.
Now, you guys may think this looks a little odd, 3 against 1, but if you think about it, 3 Villanos equal 1 Sting.
Oh yeah, that's an equal playing field thing again,
now
huh?
You're getting it, Goof.
And Sting must defeat all 3 of the Villanos if he wants to go, if he can, to Spring Stampede in the tournament that now will have 6 men, not 7 as of yet, because Sid Vicious had his match, his decision reversed.
And remember, Sting must beat all 3 Villanos in order to advance.
But can he do it? He knocked 1 down, he's going over 2.
Well, you saw the way he cleaned house on Nitro. He's capable of doing it.
You're looking at David Arquette, star of the movie Ready to Rumble. Close friend of DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. Flew on a private plane to be here. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3, and he pinned.
2 down, 1 to go.
1 more to go. 1 more the Villanos to pin. The referee took a glancing blow that time, and the other Villano sent into the ropes. Sting will pick him up. Atomic drop, inverted position, runs over him again. 2 times now. Sting 1 pin away from going to Spring Stampede's U.S. mini tournament this coming Sunday. Oh boy, low bridge that time. Sting's hurt. Sting is hurt. Viano is going to make sure of it.
Notice the way he looked around to see if the referee was looking.
Yes, very good call, Brain. Now, where is he going? What can happen? He's got a guitar.
He's got one of Jarrett's guitars.
Slap nuts on the guitar. He just happened to find that under there. He's got it. Oh, Sting got it. Sting got it. Sting's out.
Guys, wait a minute. Take a look here. Take a look here. This doesn't smell right to me.
What's going on here? What is this about? Are we going to see what?
Oh, yeah. The next champion of the world, guys. The next heavyweight champion.
Maybe not. Maybe that's the next heavyweight champion of the world. Maybe that's him. DDP will put Sting on top of slap nuts. 1, 2,
this isn't right.
3. Oh, no. Too bad. Sting goes to Spring Stampede this Sunday.
Sting's in the tournament for the U.S. title Sunday at Spring Stampede.
Thanks to Diamond Dallas Page.
Well, Mike, today, Bobby Heenan, some of the efforts of the new blood have not gone according to plan, would you say, Mike, tonight?
You're not kidding, Tony. We thought that was one of the Vianos, but it was actually the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. He wound up. He crashed the guitar over the head of Sting, and just when it looked like Sting was going to be out of the U.S. title tournament, Diamond Dallas Page arrived on the scene.
I'll tell you something, guys. That man right there is the next heavyweight champion.
And that man standing by with Mean Gene.
Jeff Jarrett, we thought you had the night off. Who are you?
Don't be a wise ass with me, Gene. I'll knock your liver spots off. DDP wants to jump me from behind. Well, he ain't done working tonight, and I ain't either. And also here, that slap-ass David Arquette. Mr. Cox is in the house. Well, I've got something for him to do. It looks like the chosen one is going to serve up a little double dose of payback. And then to top it all off, 4 days from now at Spring Stampede, the man with all the stroke is going to be crowned the new WCW World Champ. Choke on that, slap nut.
David Arquette is here saying, bring it on. You know, he and DDP became very close friends during the shooting of Ready to Rumble. He flew on his private airplane to be here in Colorado Springs. The moral support for Diamond Dallas Page as he goes into the match this Sunday with Spring Stampede. And you can tell how jacked, if I can use that term instead of something I want to say, that Jeff Jarrett is. He was very angry.
Oh, say it.
Okay, he was pissed off that he was not a part of the movie.
I would have said that.
That he wasn't even part of the movie. That's how upset Jeff Jarrett is. We were at the premiere back last Wednesday, a week ago, and we saw what David Arquette did to Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett, the chosen one, thought he was going to crash the party last week at Man's Chinese Theater. Instead, he received a guitar shot from David Arquette, and I can tell you, I was looking around ringside when DDP came out, when DDP just hit that diamond cutter on the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. The biggest pop at ringside was from David Arquette, who jumped right out of his chair.
It's been an amazing night. It's been a truly amazing 3 days to be a fan, to work for, to be a part of World Championship Wrestling. So you say to yourself at home, what's next? Sunday, 4 days next. Athletes pushing themselves to the limit. Wrestlers choosing sides. The new blood with Russo and Bischoff making things happen. The Millionaires Club tonight, many ways stepping up to the plate. But as we know, Ric Flair is going to face Buff Bagwell here. Flair has said many times, and we know this in the back, that I'm not going to even come out with my robe. I'm not going to come out with my tights on. I'm going to come out to brawl in my street clothes because I'm fighting Russo and Bischoff. I'm fighting, not wrestling, the new blood, and that's what Flair's doing here tonight.
And speaking of Vince Russo, remember that earlier tonight, he ruled that the total package is barred from ringside for this match between Bagwell and the Nature Boy.
He said if the total package comes out and causes Bagwell to lose basically during the match, then he and Flair are going to be suspended without pay for 6 months, which means team package would be out of the tournament Sunday.
And that's the World Tag Team title tournament that you're talking about. 4 teams go to Chicago at Spring Stampede. One of the teams will be Buff Bagwell and the franchise Shane Douglas. Also Team Package, Harlem Heat, and the Mamalukes to determine a new World Tag Team Championship duo.
Brain, you talked about a level playing field, and look at Bagwell go on the side of Ric Flair to try to get him down quick. You talked about a level playing field, but as we saw with Jeff Jarrett disguised as a Villano, as we've seen with Russo's dominance so far here tonight and telling the total package it couldn't come out. He wants to make sure, Russo and Bischoff want to make sure that no one from the Millionaires Club will get a chance of becoming a champion this Sunday at Spring Stampede.
Well, you're right about that, and you have to set the rules. You have to have law and order. That's what I've always said.
We don't have law and order here. We have no rules. Haven't you been watching this program tonight?
Yes, I have. I've been watching everything.
Yeah, Heenan, why don't you give us that line about even playing field again?
Well, don't get up in my face about even playing field. It is an even playing field when it's Russo and Bischoff. They're the ones that it's their field. They're the ones that mow that grass.
How about the power of Buff Bagwell with a right hand just decked Ric Flair that time? Say what you want to, take your side. I know there are fans out there that probably align themselves with the New Blood or align themselves with the Millionaires Club. You have to realize that on the side of the New Blood, when you have an athlete like that with such power and such ability, that the New Blood is looking awfully good right now. On the other side, there's all the experience of the Millionaires Club. There's a divided line. It's very, very clear down the middle of World Championship Wrestling.
Well, guys, I like New Blood. Well, you probably think I should...
You like sucking up to anyone who's in power is what you do. And that's okay. We know it. We understand it. We're going to go ahead with it.
Hey, I just go with the breeze.
Yes, sir. We do too sometimes.
Yeah, let me guess. Any way the wind blows.
You got it today.
In the midsection, Ric Flair fighting, like we said, taking a fight to Buff Bagwell. Ric Flair has been the consummate wrestler throughout his career, there's no question, but he is taking a fight to Buff Bagwell right in front of David Arquette.
What the hell was that?
That was a fan. Oh my, fans, don't do this. That was a fan who came out of the...
No.
That wasn't a fan, that's Vince Russo.
That's Russo.
Russo dressed up as a fan that looked like Sting. No, Vince Russo, for the second time in 3 days, has whacked Flair unmercifully with a ball bat, and he's not done.
And he's still wearing Flair's $20,000 Rolex around his neck.
And look at the franchise picking up the pieces. They are trying to completely cripple Ric Flair. They're trying to take Ric Flair completely out to where he can compete no more. And now here comes the total package.
He's going to be suspended, and he's going to lose all his money.
No, the match is over. This is just saving a man's life is all this is. This is not interfering in a match. Oh, Lord.
They're softening up Team Package for this Sunday at Spring Stampede. Bagwell and the franchise Shane Douglas are one of the 4 teams.
They kept Sid out of the tournament. They tried to keep Sting out of the tournament. And now they're trying to take Team Package out of the World Tag Team title tournament this Sunday. Can they come back? Can they overcome this brutal beating? And can Flair and the total package bounce back? Will they be in Chicago this Sunday? That's the question that can only be answered by you watching Spring Stampede.
This Russo is a real take-charge guy.
Well, I would say so, with a bat in his hand. And we're not done yet. Now, as David Arquette, the star, ready to rumble, watches on, we thought, Mike, today this was a fan that attacked Ric Flair, but little did we know, I guess maybe we should have inferred, that Vince Russo will go to any means necessary to take down the Millionaires Club.
Right, under the Sting mask, it was Vince Russo who certainly turned the tide in this match as we see Buff Bagwell with the baseball bat, and then look at Russo choking the life out of Ric Flair.
Wouldn't you call that genius?
I would call it part of a grand scheme, a grand plan. Yes, I guess, honestly, genius would come into play here.
Thank you.
You may not like it, but it's been well thought out. And now, we did not think we would see Diamond Dallas Page wrestle tonight. As a matter of fact, top of the program, Bischoff said, you don't got to wrestle because you've got your world title match against Jeff Jarrett. But then, the confrontation went down. Bam Bam Bigelow came out of nowhere, Mike, today, and that prompted Bischoff and Russo to sign Bigelow and his former close friend, Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, the Beast from the East on the attack, brutalizing DDP. I think it's pretty obvious Russo, Bischoff, they want to soften up Diamond Dallas Page for the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, this Sunday at Spring Stampede.
I've got 2 questions before. Whoa. Okay, back to those questions. I've got 2 questions before this match gets underway. Number 1, at the end of Nitro Monday, we saw Bret Hart standing in the entryway confronting Bischoff and Russo. What happened from there? Do we know anything? And then, the last time we saw Big Sexy Kevin Nash of the quote-unquote Millionaires Club, he had been taken out. We haven't heard or seen from them. Mike, what do you know?
Bret Hart was a very interested observer of everything that went down at Nitro. I tried to press him for a reaction after the show, and he just brushed right by me. What could possibly be going on in the mind of Bret Hart? The question that I have, did Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo get to Bret?
Well, I'll tell you something, guys. A lot of questions are going to be answered this Sunday.
They certainly got, did they ever, to Kevin Nash in the persona of Michael Awesome out of nowhere on Monday.
One more question. How must Kevin Nash be feeling after he saw Mike Awesome attack him and then beat him with his own crutches on Nitro?
Look at the intensity of Diamond Dallas Page. Here's a man who probably, by all rights, shouldn't be in the ring right now because of his back injury. But he's back, and he knows that he's going for the biggest prize in all of WCW this coming Sunday. He is a fighter, but you know as well as I do that Bigelow, under the tutelage, the guidance, here's a cover 1, 2 of Russo and Bischoff. They're out to cripple DDP before Spring Stampede this Sunday.
Page was forced back into the ring by Russo and Bischoff. He should have been on the sidelines for at least another month or 2.
Oh, my God.
Oh, right on the back.
Got him on the back.
Oh, God.
Page.
I'll tell you, Jarrett's got to be loving this.
What? Absolutely, he's loving this. We've used the term probably over and over ad nauseum tonight, but we're going to use it again. Level playing field. For Diamond Dallas Page, there's never been a level playing field. He has been a fighter who's had to fight throughout all the odds in sports entertainment. His lovely bride, Kimberly, he had to stand by and watch her take a guitar shot on Monday. And then he said, you should not go in the ring. But she defied him. She went in the ring. And then what did he do? Put the diamond cutter on Medusa. But now he's fighting for himself with a 350-pound behemoth on his weakened back.
Totally focusing his offensive attack is the beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow, on the previously injured back of DDP. Diving headbutt.
How can he take this?
Like I said.
Cover, 1, 2.
I can just see Jarrett sitting in the back, watching the monitor, just drooling, knowing that Diamond Dallas is going to be a piece of cake.
Yeah, you know what?
Sunday.
These covers, these lateral presses by Bam Bam Bigelow are just for show. He doesn't want to pin the man.
No.
He doesn't want to win the match.
No.
He wants to take him out.
Yes.
Everything has been set up to try to make sure the New Blood dominates on Sunday. Page is fighting. Page fought, and he landed on Bigelow. Cover to try to get this one over with, but Bigelow kicks out.
What a gutsy effort by DDP.
It wasn't a gutsy effort. It was all he could do. It was out of desperation.
Swinging neck breaker cover. 1, 2, and Bigelow rises his big frame up.
Oh, into the referee. He was going for that diamond cutter.
And again.
God, he just dropped him on his back again.
How much can a back take? He's only human. Go upstairs, Bam Bam.
Referee face first. Yeah, forget about the referee. You think he had any purpose in this fight?
That's desperation on the part of DDP, able to roll out to avoid the contact. Could it be time?
He rises from the dead. He went for the diamond cutter. Oh no!
He's gonna
get it.
What a move! What a move!
Out of the grasp of the greetings from Asbury Park. He put it on. There's nobody to count. There's nobody to count. It doesn't matter. It's
Bischoff.
What?
That's Bischoff.
Bischoff went in to count and then stopped his count. Of course he would.
Look out! Jarrett from behind!
Oh, God!
Got him good.
This is not good for Page. The match is over. Do you think they're done?
But it's good for Jarrett, because he's going to become heavyweight champion.
It's David Arquette! David Arquette! David Arquette has come out of the audience, and David Arquette gets sent over the top by Jeff Jarrett. And Jarrett's giving Arquette chase. Jarrett is making this one personal.
Arquette just couldn't take it anymore.
Oh my God.
And Jarrett just dropped it chest first directly across the steel safety rail.
I hate to see this happen to a great kid like Arquette, but he never should have jumped in the ring, but his friendship with DDP was just been too close.
It's all about emotion and intensity. He just couldn't help himself. Oh no, it could be time for the stroke.
He put David Arquette in the stroke. Arquette's down. DDP is down. Can DDP compete? If there's a breath left in his body, you know damn well he will. And Chris Champagne Canyon. Chris Champagne Canyon. He's fighting for DDP and Arquette. Canyon! Oh yeah! Out of nowhere, Chris Champagne Canyon arrived.
Longtime friend of DDP, so instrumental in the making of Ready to Rumble.
Bischoff's got a chair.
Oh, this can't be good as Canyon begs Jarrett to get up. Bischoff, it's all wiped out.
What will Spring Stampede be like, guys?
I tell you what it's going to be like. It's going to be the damnedest thing we've ever witnessed. It's this Sunday. They're not done.
Oh no,
there's bodies everywhere. Jeff Jarrett, will he realize his dream on Sunday? Or can Page rise above the weak and back? The injuries that he has suffered.
Oh guys, look at this.
New blood comes in. They've got Arquette. They've got a helpless David Arquette. They're pounding Canyon. They're spray painting on Page. NB. New blood, or is it new beginning for WCW?
It's both, Tony. It's both. And the new beginning will start this Sunday. Spring Stampede, exclusively on pay-per-view in the Windy City of Chicago.
It's the one you can't miss. Good night.